Hello everyone. I want to do a somewhat quick video giving my post APC thoughts, do a bit of a recap of this past year, a few announcements on new forms of support, and what to expect or what I'm planning for next year. So regarding APC, I will try to keep it brief since I've rambled long enough after the end of the grand finals. It was an extremely ambitious tournament with lots of settings that we rarely, if ever, see in Add-Ons for Web. Stuff like the best of threes, a map pool where players can pick and snipe the maps, the hidden identity gimmick, the overall length of the tournament was like months long, the less top-heavy price distribution, and so on. And despite all of the expected and unexpected problems we ran into, it ended up being a huge success. I am extremely happy with how it came out and the reception from the players and the community overall. So I want to sincerely thank you all for the massive support that APC received. Thank you. This past year has been pretty amazing for the community. So many new additions to the site, like the official live league and the custom army design contest. And this channel has been busy this year, organizing the army design contest, pumping out tons of content, which include like 15 live streams, about 80 videos, which comes out to like an average of one video every 5 days or so, with all the planning and recording and editing and thumbnails and all that stuff that means, plus some other content I've done on other channels like the podcast with Go7. Yeah, it's been a very productive year and it shows in the growth of the channel. We've gone from 400 subscribers at the start of this year to above 1,600 subs. The total YouTube revenue the channel made this year was just above $500, which is insane because that's exactly the amount I jump-started the APC prize pool. And I wasn't expecting to reach that number until sometime next year. Just so you guys know, 50% of that, or those 500, came from ad revenue, 25% came from YouTube premium views, and 25% came from memberships and super chats. All of this support is incredible, and I can't explain how much I appreciate it. It's your support that allows me to better plan for the future of the channel and to carry out my crazy ambitions and ideas that I have for this community and this game. And I'll talk about what my plans are exactly for next year in a little bit, but first I wanted to announce the new forms of support that I've put in place. So first, I've created a Patreon for the channel with multiple tiers, which I'll link in the description. And I've expanded the tiers of the YouTube memberships as well. Also, the Streamlabs link, which was used during the APC tournament, where it was used for people to donate to the prize pool, that link will remain as just a link to donate to the channel. For the sake of transparency, so you guys have full info here on what the fees are and what the split is with these platforms. Patreon keeps about 12 to 15%. YouTube keeps 30%. And although Streamlabs keeps 0, they don't keep anything, the donation through Streamlabs goes to PayPal and they keep about 5% per transaction. Each platform is different. They all have pros and cons. I just think it's better you guys have the full picture and you can decide which, if any, to use. I want to emphasize, however, that the content will always be on YouTube for free for everyone to access. I don't plan on having like exclusive content, nor can I really promise exclusive perks to those that do decide to give monetary support to the channel. many of you might know already because I've said it before, but I do have a full-time job. So the time that I can put into the channel and the community is very limited. So I don't want to overpromise and commit to things I'd likely not be able to deliver. So if you want to support the channel with any of these platforms, it not only is extremely appreciated, but it will also allow me to know what we can count on and therefore better plan for future events like show matches or tournaments. It will pretty much let me know how far I can carry out the crazy ambitions that I have for the channel and the community. I totally understand if you can't offer monetary support, and I don't expect you to. All the non-monetary support on the channel, such as likes and comments and subscribes, are also deeply appreciated and very welcomed. As I've mentioned before, the YouTube algorithm is pretty nasty, and it looks at like the ratio between engagement and views. So the higher the engagement per view is, the better. Now, regarding next year, I have big plans. I really want to push for the 2v2 live standard format. Yes, I think it's a very unexplored format that would honestly interest a lot of new players as well as existing players that might want to play on a more semi-casual competitive format. You know, some people are kind of scared of playing 1v1. You know, I think it's cool. If you're interested in live 2v2s, either playing in them or helping to organize 2v2s, let me know in the comments or even message me on Discord as well. I dream of one day having an official 2v2 live league on site, but we have to start small. My plan is first to know how many people would be interested in this format, be it as a player or as a viewer. And probably start off organizing casual matches. From there, more and better maps for 2v2 can be made, and the meta can evolve as players experiment with strategies. If there's enough activity, unofficial show matches or small tournaments could be hosted, or hell, even an unofficial 2v2 league could be run on Discord. And you know, back in the day, we used to have the 1v1 live league, unofficial, run on Discord. So why not? The idea is to make that format grow and have a consistent activity so that at a certain point, it'd be like a no-brainer for the devs to consider working on implementing an official 2v2 live league on site. But as I've said, we have to start small and build from the ground up. So if you're interested, please let me know. Some of the specifics would be doing the timer of 5+1 instead of 5+2, so it doesn't extend way too long. It could be 10+1 instead, maybe. I don't know. But I think there's a lot to explore in 2v2s. I will probably put one on screen as it's playing in the background, but I think you can have stuff. One strategy that I've always thought about is you can have one player be Sammy and go really low eco, right? Not capture it much and just spam infantry and mechs forward and try to harass, attack other infantry and just that kind of stuff and accumulate mechs and infantry. And your other teammate can pick someone like Jess, for example, or Max, someone more like vehicle based, and then they get all the income and they can start taking up. Like they can just spam tanks and then they can just start taking up, and it's usually you don't have that much income in 2v2, so it's hard to deal with tech ups. Artilleries are kind of awkward to play around because you can't move all the units because you can't move your teammates. So I think there's a lot to explore. So yeah, let me know if you're interested or not in that kind of format. I really want to hear what you think. A lot of people have asked me, and I'm sure you're probably wondering, will there be an APC 2 in 2025? And the answer is that I would love to, but I can't confirm that it will happen, and we'll probably not start thinking about it at least for a few months. There would have to be tons of planning to do, because if I were to hold an APC 2, it would have to be bigger and badder than APC 1. Your support in any and all forms will indicate me how far I can push the boundaries. I also would like to do some sort of coaching streams open to anyone who wants to learn. Something like that video that I posted a while back, where I gave feedback on how the turns were played, possible changes in tactics and strategies, even opening the move planner here or there to showcase what a better turn could have looked like, that kind of stuff. That video got a ton of positive feedback from you guys, so I would like to hear from you if you'd be interested in this as a series, as a repeating thing, possibly as a stream. And so as to differentiate a little from Go7, who kind of already does this in a sense, I was thinking of setting criterias like that it has to be a 1v1 competitive match, so Global League, Live League, or tournament, where you have lost. Yes, because it's from losses that you learn the most. There's other stuff that I also have in mind for next year. Honestly, I could go on and on, but this video is probably long enough already, so we'll have to leave those for another time. So I want to close out this video with telling you guys that I, in full honesty here, but I had been struggling with this motivation a lot up to sometime last year, and that this channel and this community and a little bit of therapy have helped me regain that motivation that I was lacking. It's incredible how it's such a contagious thing. I have seen how my motivation and doing stuff has inspired others in the community to do stuff, to plan stuff. I've even heard of certain other tournaments that might happen next year, so keep your ears peeled or eyes peeled or whatever the expression is. So I think that's amazing. And so many times I've been dismotivated during all of this time, only to all of a sudden see a DJs upload or the devs drop a new feature on site, which immediately sparks motivation in me. It's amazing. And the stuff we've achieved this year is awesome. Hopefully we can keep this snowball rolling. And again, I just want to be so thankful for all your support, because it feeds into my motivation to do more stuff. Thank you all for listening to my rambling. Full disclaimer, I attempted to record this 2 times already in a like improv kind of way, but they ended up being like 30 or 40 minutes long. So this time I drafted a script just before I started recording, which I've been reading out. Please let me know in the comments or on Discord, what are your thoughts on the many things I've mentioned in this video. I really want to hear your feedback. I read all the comments on this channel, so if you want to leave a long essay on the comment section, do it. I will read it. Okay, enough yapping. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.